2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Right here on 2K Sports, get ready for the Dallas Mavericks against the Kings in Sacramento. Looking at the Kings, both players and coaches have talked about the importance of a fast start. They don't want to play catch-up in the standings. Tonight, they'll try to overcome that first hurdle in achieving their goals for this year. And you love the build-up to a new season.
The dome of the California Capitol building lit up dramatically here at our broadcast location in Sacramento. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Davis. Jokic is out there with Anunoby. Then it's White and it's Thurman in at the 5. And for the Kings, we've got Russell, Aaron Gordon out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Conley, and it's Wade in at the 2.
You gotta love how much effort Dwayne Wade puts into the defensive end of the floor with blocks like that.
Bounce pass, Davis. Jokic with it. Clock at 6. White. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
And Conley drops them both. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Dallas moving the ball around. Passes to White. Got a piece of it. That shot off. Nice D from Russell. White's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Davis against Conley. Anunoby in the corner. They get the rebound.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
The pass to Wade. Shoots over White. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Gordon.
And the mid-range jump shot is something Dwayne Wade has really perfected throughout his career.
Davis, the pass to White. And it's sent back by Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. On defense, Sacramento. Outside for Davis. 4 on the shot clock. Here's White.
His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Jokic. Here's Anunoby. Bosh trying to free himself up.
Wow. Look at the extension Russell gets there. That comes from great positioning plus the quick jump with the wingspan.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And Wade just simply one of the best two guards of all time. Nice to just sum it up in one sentence right there. Dynamic all-around talent. He just continues to add to his legacy.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
To check out the stats for Gordon. Good season for him last year. Put up about 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Davis with it. Conley picks him up. Davis surveying the floor. He kicks it to White. From deep. Dallas again missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Bosch against Jokic. Bosch dishes to Wade. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Davis, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul. It goes against Sacramento.
And Davis, all energy, big physical point guard with that shoot-first mentality.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. We have so many guys who are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Pass to Jokic. He's off on that one. Great tee that time from Green. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Nikola Jokic has made a name for himself as one of the best big men in the game. Coach told me it all revolves around him. We've got to be sharp when he has the ball. Kevin, that's difficult because Jokic has passing lanes that others simply don't see.
Thanks, David. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound. A nice shot by Zeller.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Back to Wade. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. That's now 8 points for Wade. Mavericks trailed by 5. Now Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Davis against Green. Zeller passes to Jokic. And it's sent back by Russell. And they get it back. Kings leading now by 5. On the wing, Eric Gordon. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Davis. Pass to Beverly. And here's Jokic. Wade is covering. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Bill Russell. Russell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Green. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
Dwayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen for Sacramento. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Mavericks, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jokic. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Zeller, and it's Davis at the 2 spot. Now the pass to Zeller, kicks it to Beverly. To Kuzma. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so White will bring it up for Sacramento.
And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Gordon over to help. Kuzma kicks to Beverly. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use. Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
And the second free throw, good. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Here's on an open, defended by Gordon. Offensive rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And that's why CB continues to be one of the most difficult covers in the league.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Bosch.
And with Bosch, he's got so many tools he can beat you with, so adept at the mid-range shot, and he feels right at home at the free throw line.
And so Bosch nails both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
White the pass to on and open. Here's Thurman, guarded by Green. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Kings leading now by 11. Now here is Conley. Over Beverly. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Mavericks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. He dishes it to White. Misses the 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Bounce pass from Beverly. The shot's good.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Conley scanning the floor. Inside. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist from Conley. Bosch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
As soon as Bosch gets the ball inside, he takes it right at the defense. They really have no answer when he's that close to the basket.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
So for Dallas, their last game, a win against Sacramento. Here's Gordon. 20 points for him last game against Dallas. Conley up top, defended by Beverly. Outside Gordon. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Bosch. Kicks it out to Gordon. On the wing. A rebound by Thurman.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive, driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Gordon, the pass to Bosch. rebound by Thurman. Thurman's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's denied.
You know, I'm not sure another player combines defense and offense as well as Thurman. The only reason he doesn't get more blocks is because so many guys are afraid to bring the ball anywhere near him.
Here's White. That 3 off the mark.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
The Kings shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
The free throw drops for Gordon.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon. Here is Davis.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Two on the clock.
And you see the defense. I mean, there are guys who are great with the weak side help. Some are better on ball. Russell dominates that in every category.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Kings ahead. They lead by 9. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Dwayne Wade wasted no time getting hot. He had 13 points and 1 block. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
Well, they got a nice advantage in the free throw department. I wish I was a shooter. They've been the one taking the direct approach. They're driving the lane, being physical, and forcing the opposing D into tight spots. And that's got them a lot of points at the line and the lead.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
We've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Sacramento leading by 9. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Sacramento, we've got Gordon, D-Wade out there with Conley. Then there's Chris Bosh, and it's Russell in at the center. Conley against Davis. Here's White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Gordon goes in, out to Conley. And another 3 for Sacramento.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass? And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Just 5 to shoot. Davis, the pass to Jokic. It's good.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscues.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Russell, and Bill Russell slams it in.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Here's Davis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Outside, Russell. The dish now to Conley. Good, nice job down low. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get 1 to go, get back on track.
Checking out the numbers for Dwayne Wade, how he did last season. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
It's stolen by Wade. A floater, and he lays it up and in. Wade's got 15 points.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Davis against Conley. Pass to White. Here's on an open. Passes it to Thurman. And it's sent back by Russell.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Great showing for him last season. 9th in assists. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Derek White's checked in for Mike Conley. 5 on the clock. Here's Wade. Drops it in off the fadeaway. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Kuzma outside. For 3. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Out to Wade. Poke loose. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And there's the pass to Gordon. Looking for Wade, he gets it there. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Well, as soon as he gets it there, it's going up. He's on fire right now.
Wade against Beverly. Pass to Jokic. Over Wade. And it's Jokic missing. Kings leading now by 16. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Kuzma against Bosch. Count it.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
Wade surveying the D. Over Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Aaron Davis picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Kings have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Shoot 2.
And he can't get the first one. And some changes here for the Kings. Green comes in for Chris Bosh. And Gordon subbed in for Aaron Gordon. Zeller, he's checked in for Dallas. He doesn't get the second one.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
5 to shoot. Back to Kuzma. Here's Davis. Offline with his 3.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Off on the layup.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And so it's Sacramento sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their defense has been... And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mavericks trailed by 14. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. White is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Zeller, and it's Jokic in at the 4 spot. Out to the right wing. Beverly for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Russell's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And the relentless nature that is Bill Russell. Always working for the best scoring opportunity. Won't find one better than that.
And that one falls for Zeller. Mike Conley's checked in for Sacramento. The Mavericks also with a sub. Anunoby's checked in, and so Zeller nails both of them. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the King. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That sets off a 5-game tour for him. Gordon finds Bosh. And it's in there. And the Kings lead by 16.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Kuzma. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Michael Conley picks one up.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
White, good.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Here's White. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Kuzma. Count that bucket.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Conley up top, defended by Beverly. Conley gets the bucket.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, you can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
White the pass to Kuzma. Pass to Zeller. Over Russell. Nice D from Russell.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Offensive rebound. Bosch, that's good. Bosch has got 4 points this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And it's White missing.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Kuzma against Conley. Lets it go from 14. Here's Russell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the first one drops. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
And it's White missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Bosch looking around. Sacramento gets it back in a new 14. Out to White. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 6. Tries yet again. He lays it in. Conley's got 4 points in the quarter.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley, so slick in how he creates for himself.
Will it go? White. Nice D from Russell. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Back to White. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Conley's shot is off. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Outside Bosch. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's Russell missing. Here's on an open, defended by Gordon to the paint. Out to White. Here's on an open, passes it to Kuzma. The pass to Thurman, stolen by Conley. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Outside Bosch. So it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that, David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.